Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to today's Monkey Mind Moving Meditation. Good morning. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angie, and I created these moving meditations as a tool or another tool for those of us to be able to find the benefits of meditation. For many of us, sitting still can be very challenging, especially when our nervous systems are really activated in times of stress. And receiving the benefits of meditation are very important, but can be really challenging to get there. So linking some movements and some mindful activity can actually give the brain a chance to quiet down in order to be able to receive the benefits of meditation. And the monkey mind is a term, or it's another term. It's a way to describe the brain, as it's always screaming and yelling. It likes to be entertained. So providing some sort of movement can actually help to settle that. The nervous system can help to settle the monkey mind in order to receive the benefits of meditation. So let's get started. If you want, today's meditation can be done seated or standing, whichever is your preference, and you're welcome to go back and forth between the two and see how they differ. But before we go too much further, if you have any questions about your specific body, make sure that you've checked with a healthcare provider, make sure that exercise is safe for you. If anything that we do today feels uncomfortable in your body, ease back, maybe stop, take a variation that didn't feel uncomfortable to you, or explore something that I might not have suggested. So with that, let's get going. If you want to start standing, bring your feet to a comfortable distance. Maybe start to get a gentle sway side to side, just starting to tap into the rhythm of your body. Maybe explore, does front to back feel a little bit better for you? Or does side to side feel better? Front to back creates a lot of anxiety for me, so that is not my first pick. If you're seated, press your sitting bones, the two little points where you're pressing into the chair, maybe even get a little shake. Feet press into the ground, and then same thing, maybe start to get a sway side to side, maybe front to back, just starting to warm the body up. Lengthening up through the side bodies. We're going to work into some core work today, working to find balance. So maybe start to bring some awareness to some movement, warming those two, or warming this whole area up. So one of the things that is really challenging for many of us right now is finding balance in our lives, especially as things are shifting and changing. And so there's a quote that I love and have based today's meditation off of. So today's quote is, "If we can learn to ride life's waves while staying present with its constant ebb and flow, we will continue to grow and create more balance in our lives." Regina M Powers. So I thought for today's meditation, we could practice riding the waves of life, the ebb and flow of life's waves. So if you're standing, maybe bring your feet a little bit wider apart, maybe hips width distance apart, and maybe start adding a bend to your knees as you shift side to side. Maybe keep that lift in the upper body, keep lifting with the torso, but relax the shoulders down. If the bend in the knee doesn't feel good, maybe keep your legs a little bit straighter. You might not go as far. So maybe explore playing with what does that feel like. And if you're seated, bringing your feet to maybe a more comfortable distance apart. Hands can be on the hips, can be on the thighs. And same thing, maybe start bringing a little more shifting side to side. Really tapping into the center, tapping into the core. Surfers oftentimes lead with one foot. They have one foot that is their primary or the leading force when they move. So maybe practice bringing that action, riding the wave, but putting more emphasis on the right side of your body. If If you want, arms coming out. Shifting side to side, working to find this ebb and flow. And can you still find that balance? Maybe if you want, bringing the right foot out, opening it up a little bit more, maybe a little more warrior two variation. Maybe that doesn't feel good, so keep the feet together or facing each other, parallel to each other is what I meant to say. And then just shifting side to side. Maybe start to get a little more lean in your upper body. Finding this center, this ability to balance, even shifting side to side. So same thing seated. If you want to bring one leg out to the side a little bit, maybe practice surfing with your other way, your other foot. Side to side, riding the waves. Feel free to make this as fluid as you want, maybe getting your shoulders involved. Checking in if you want, coming into, if you're standing, coming into a bit more of a shortened warrior two, which is the left foot pointing straight towards the wall. And getting some action, riding the waves. You get to make this as big as you want. Maybe you want to reach out farther. Maybe you want a bigger wave or a faster wave. So exploring, finding what works best for you and play around. It can change. Maybe bringing your feet together again. Maybe try feet a little bit closer. Working on finding this balance as we sway. The ebb and flow of life is always going to be shifting us. So arms can be out. If that's not comfortable, maybe arms at your hips. If you want, switching sides again. Maybe opening that right leg out. If you're seated, keep the lift, especially in the low back. You want to protect those muscles, so keep the belly drawing in, riding the waves. Maybe you want to go a little bit faster. Find that mindful engagement. See if you can keep the core active. Try not to sink into your back. And then maybe both feet come back together. Slow your wave down. As you ride through the waves, explore, notice how it feels in your body. Maybe the faster creates some anxiety. Notice how faster tends to be smaller movements, and so playing around, noticing how if you go slower, maybe you can get a bigger movement. Arms out, maybe you want arms straight out. Want to try and play with the arms straight, getting the sway in the shoulders. Since we're on imaginary surfboards, we get to do whatever we want. Shifting side to side, riding the wave. Surfing can create some anxiety. It does create a lot of anxiety in me when I do it. So just notice what's coming up. Are you able to lift up, find that balance? Side to side, maybe moving slower. If you want to try linking it to your breath, maybe inhale for a count of 4, moving forward. Exhale for a count of 4, moving backwards. Maybe shifting with your feet side to side, maybe keeping them parallel. Practice riding the wave, maybe shifting your weight all the way into the foot. This is a magic surfboard that you get to ride however you want. Maybe left foot coming forward. So practice balancing into that left leg. Keeping the leg active. If this puts any strain in your knee, definitely ease back. Don't do the knee bend. If this is creating pain in your low back, ease out a little bit. Keep the abdominal muscles drawing in and maybe try squeezing the inner thighs together. Notice is there some sort of movement that you can do that would help to take some of that pressure out if you are having pain in the back. Maybe a bend in the knees. can help to keep some of that tension out, riding the wave. Watching out for the knees, maybe checking in with your shoulders. Roll your shoulders up and down. Notice if your shoulders are hunching by your ears. Does it create some tension to be able to do this riding the wave? Maybe you want your arms down by your sides for a minute, so explore bringing them out. On this magic surfboard that we're playing with today, we get to move however we want to be able to ride the waves, the ebb and flow of life. My body's liking this one leg out thing. So notice, maybe do you want to bring a bigger one knee out if that feels good to you? Keep the protection of that knee, maybe add more into the torso. Shifting, exploring these last few moments of movement that maybe help you find that balance, tapping into that core. Maybe other leg out. Maybe you want to try your torso and your hips in different directions. Shifting out, checking in with your shoulders, maybe rolling your shoulders up and down your back as you're riding the wave. Might want to do one at a time, so maybe explore that. Playing around, finding this lifting in the core, the balance to ride the ebb and flow of life, because things are always changing. Maybe try changing your feet stance. Notice how that changes the balance for you. If you're seated, same thing, changing the feet, maybe add something in. Maybe you want to try going forward and back. Maybe notice how that helps you to find the balance. Once again, maybe that may create more anxiety for you. That one is much harder for me. So then in this last count of 5, I'm going to start counting down, finding any movements that feel particularly balancing in your body. So counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs, maybe get a little bit of wiggle and some jiggle, shaking it out. Notice bringing your feet maybe coming back to comfortable distance apart. If you're seated, lifting up through your torso, pressing your sitting bones down into the chair. Notice, can you find some differences in how you feel now than when you first started? For me, my torso feels taller. My shoulders actually feel like they're down a little bit. So checking in, see if there's something that shifted for you maybe. Maybe it didn't. Maybe you didn't enjoy that, and that's totally fine. And then whatever it is, shaking it out again. Shake out your arms, maybe shake your hips, your chest. Beautiful. Bringing your right hand, flexing at the wrist, coming into half prayer. Left hand, all 4 fingers and thumb together. And then as dramatically as you want, give yourself a high 5, hands coming into prayer. Thank your amazing body for all the wonderful work that it does for you. If it's comfortable, bring the base of your thumbs up to that point between your 2 eyes to your 3rd eye, and thank your amazing mind for letting you explore, playing with this, riding the wave. And if it's comfortable, hands coming back to heart center, bowing down. The light and dark in me sees and honors the light and dark in all of you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Beautiful job. Let me know what you thought about that. Let me know how that felt. Definitely drop me a line in the comments. Let me know what you thought. And if you like these videos, please like and share. Follow me on social media. It's AB Yoga Info on Facebook, and it's AB_yoga_info on Instagram. And definitely, if you have any questions, reach out. And otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.